Welcome back to another video, everyone. Today we're talking notebook ecosystem, all the notebooks that I have used this year to use my phone less, a lot less. So I'm gonna be going over my 3 pocket notebooks. I'm also gonna talk about these 2 A5s, how they sort of play into this whole thing, some things that I've tried that haven't quite worked out, pen I'm currently using. We'll get into all of that. So let's dive in. First, let's just talk about the Humble Field Note. It doesn't need to necessarily be the Field Notes brand, though I am a huge fan of just what Field Notes does. I like that they're made in the United States. I love the art. The paper quality's been solid. I use this as my Ansaldo style journal, or just like a logging style journal. I put the day of the week, I put the date, the month, year, and then just like some timestamps throughout the day. That's been a really fun way to, and this is like back from May, I guess. It's been a fun way to just make ordinary things sort of fun. I was doing a really good job of keeping this, and then when my daughter arrived, it was just like the newborn chaos stuff. I feel like I've lost a little bit of the steam for this, but I'm coming back to it slowly now. It just makes little things fun, like cooking, whether it's like making a meal at home, or even just going out and like recording a good meal, the company that's there, the conversation sort of thing. Doesn't need to be super long, but this has been one of those things that's just helped me keep the pen moving. And I always just keep one of these field notes on me. There's just something about having this form factor, this size, and being able to go back, reflect on past events. I did start something, I don't know if it's in this notebook, probably not. No, it's not in this one. But where I'd even just put like my top 3 tasks for the day and then start logging my day from there. That was actually a really fun way to be able to do everything in just the Field Notes notebook. This is sort of, yeah, like the smallest notebook that I will carry with me. I know that there are like A7 style notebooks, which are even smaller, but this seems to be the smallest, most functional notebook that works best for me. If you haven't tried that Ansaldo journal style logging, definitely check out that video. I'll link it in the description below. A good old fashioned Field Notes and just a little bit of logging can help keep that pen moving. It has for me now. Like I said, I've been doing that for about 6 months and need to get back on the horse. Well, I'm getting back there. I'm getting there. Any of you have children, you will know just how much they can blow up your life, but when you put it back together, it is always better. Okay, second on this list, I did want to talk about, which one should we go to next? Let's go to this. Let's just do this kind of chronologically. This A6 notebook you guys have seen in a lot of videos. I have used this for so many things. If you didn't see the video, like 10 ways to like use pocket notebooks to stop using your phone or something like that, I'll link that video down below as well. This pocket notebook, I thought I was done with this. I basically closed this one out, I think back in May, was it maybe? April or May. And I ended up started using this a little bit more back here in, was it back here in July? Yeah, I just started writing in this again. I think the best way I could describe it is there's something about having just this slimmer profile compared to this. I am using kind of both of these right now and explain the different use cases, but this is the slimmest, most page, like there's something about this that I don't feel bad about destroying these Leuchtterm books. Kind of similarly to like how I feel about the Field Notes. Whereas like with the Paper Republic notebook, obviously I want this to get patinaed, so I am using it, but I also have to be careful about like not utterly and outright destroying it. Right now with summer and just running around with a more minimal setup, what I've been finding is I have been using this more on the weekends and like taking this to church with me, taking this maybe to an event where like I have my bag on me. These are more being pocketed. I still actually do pocket this one, like I take it to church or whatever, but it's not outside getting like water on it or dust or dirt or anything like that. I think that's like one of the hard things about doing a pocket notebook is like it has to be something that you feel like you can destroy and not feel bad about. And that's really how I feel about these Leuchtterm notebooks and the Field Notes is like, I'm going to destroy them. They cost like $5 or whatever for a Field Note and maybe $20 for these Leuchtterm notebooks, whereas the Paper Republic are significantly more. I do enjoy using this the most. Like this thing just feels fun to pop open, and I think I have my most recent Field Notes in there, along with my my 120 GSM notebook paper in there. And I think I just had to get over telling myself that like it's okay to have multiple notebooks. Like the Field Notes usually comes with me. If I'm gonna do like an extended journaling session out and about, maybe this is coming with me. And then, like I said, if I'm going to church or something, this is Paper Republic. Right now, I'm living the life, the multi-notebook life, and that is totally fine. Like I said, if you need to see any of those examples of how I'm using these, all those videos will be linked in the description for you. So that's super helpful. Packing these up though, I'm gonna put these over here to the side, I guess, somewhere. Yeah, why not? Of course. Let's see. I wanted to talk about a few experiments that did not work. These notebooks right here, at least they didn't work for the ways that I wanted them to work. I tried using Lochby's Weekly Planner. I need to try to come back to this, I think. I don't have a good monthly system right now, I don't think, and I think that's part of the problem. I could see how this would be really effective if I did have a better monthly system right now, and I'll get into like what's happening with my bullet journal because I think there's a disconnect between those two. I do really like the Tomoe River paper from Lochby. The saddle stitching, oh man, these notebooks are so high quality and so good. I really wanted to like this. Paper Republic just dropped their new notebook planner. That looks really cool. I'll probably have to try that out. If you need a good weekly notebook, this is the one I'd recommend, the Lochby Tomoe River one. Right now it just hasn't been working for me, so I pulled it out of the rotation, but you can't go wrong with these if this is sort of the layout that you want, which is like a Monday through Friday and then this like Saturday, Sunday over here too. Yeah, wasn't working for me. The Paper Republic Ruled notebook, I tried journaling in these just kind of on the go. I actually filled this one, I think, but I didn't come back to it, mostly because I found that if I am gonna do a longer journaling session, I want to go to my A5. If I am just notating throwaway stuff, I want to note it in, say, like the field notes or the Leuchtterm. And because I don't live in Europe, getting a hold of these Paper Republic smaller notebooks are just a little too expensive for me out here in the United States. But if you're in Europe, maybe they're more affordable, more enjoyable, something to think about. I did like writing on these though. They only have 2 staples in them though. So I did not use this like standalone. I used this in the Paper Republic leather cover, so that protected it. I would be probably pretty wary of a notebook that was only using 2 staples because like the 3 staples on the field note can come apart very easily. But again, this is like going in my pocket or, you know, a lot of just wear and tear on these. So something to think about, keep in mind, whatever. The last thing I wanted to mention was these tote books from Studio Neat, which I didn't even know that they made these like more pocket notebook size tote books. They're really, really great. The paper quality is solid. I have this in a dot grid. It is bound, so it's I think stitched and then glued with this like charcoal material that Studio Neat does. The reason why I didn't end up using this, the quality and durability of this is so good, but what it is this cover is like a lot more sticky than the field notes. So like the field notes slide in and out of your pocket really easy. The tote book, I think the name is perfect. It is meant to go in a bag, whether that's like a sling bag or if you're using a tote, literally. This thing is durable enough to be thrown into like a tote or a purse or some type of bag, sling bag, whatever, and it will hold up. It'll hold up a lot better than something that has staples in it, and especially something that is using just like a harder paper stock. This is really, really durable, but it is not fun to pocket because it's just way too sticky. It's hard to like slide in and out of your pants. So keep that in mind, but I still wanted to mention it because when I first saw these, I thought, wow, that would be an amazing pocket notebook sort of replacement and something that's really durable. And for me, as someone who does put my field notes in my pocket, yeah, just wasn't gonna work, but I figured I would mention that at least. Let's get on to the big boys now. Let's get on to the A4s, or sorry, the A5s. Gosh, they feel like A4s sometimes compared to the pocket notebooks, but let's tackle this one first. This has been just like my journaling, longer note-taking type notebook. I don't even really wanna get into it too much. When you think of a notebook, this is probably it. It's the Leuchtterm A5 Ruled, 2 little bookmarks, 1 elastic band strap. I haven't been using this daily, and that's been okay because I think I can feel bad about not using a notebook daily if it's my only notebook. Like I just did a whole morning journaling session in here, and it had been a week since I had written anything in this notebook. But because I've been writing throughout the week in other notebooks, I just like that feeling of like, oh, I feel bad for not writing in this notebook for a week. I just don't feel bad about it anymore because I know I'm writing, I know I'm, you know, spending time thinking through things, and eventually everything is getting synthesized down and ending up where it needs to be. Sometimes it feels like I don't fully understand how, but giving myself just this place where I can go on for a page or two at this A5 size with the freedom of knowing that I don't have to check in. It's not like I'm trying to build a journaling habit solely in this form factor. That's just been really liberating. And I wanted to include that in this video because I think having a notebook like this as a part of a bigger ecosystem where this isn't the size of your phone, you're not going to carry this on your person unless it's in a bag or whatever. But I usually just leave this here at the office, and it works. It's just a place where I can take 10, 20 minutes, a longer writing session, whatever it is, and get out ideas and then let those ideas be synthesized to wherever it needs to be synthesized to. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say about this. The bullet journal. The bullet journal for me, I have completely fallen off of trying to do any type of like daily bulleting in here. Most of what this has become now is trying to be more monthly planning, which hasn't been great, but quarterly planning in here and also like project-based planning has been very helpful. I probably want to do a full video on this. I guess what's been missing from the bullet journaling idea is like you can use your bullet journal just as like a place for projects. And I used that for my most recent book that just came out, the devotional Restored in the Rhythm. If you haven't checked it out, I'll leave a link down below. And my upcoming book, which is all about the Proverbs and trying to synthesize some thoughts I've had reading through the Proverbs. All of that has been in here. Actually, I think I can show you guys that spread at least in here so you can see what that looks like wherever it is. Yeah, here's the spread with some of the chapters lined out along with like verses and different bits. I needed this. I did not realize that I needed sort of like bullet journal applied to, rather than like being applied to like a time bound thing and then always feeling like I'm falling off or maybe I'm making it too complicated or whatever, like just applying this sort of like structure to a project and like bulleting out like what's in that project, breaking those bullets down into smaller tasks, then breaking things out into like chapters and having little notes and references. Doing that in this bullet journal has been really effective this year. I still think I have like half of this bullet journal to go. Yeah, that's gonna be great. So hopefully this thing's filled up by the end of the year. Whereas in the past, I'd maybe try to fill one bullet journal like every 6 months and do the sort of like daily spread thing and work through it. I've just found that, project bullet journaling has been good for me. If you want to see a whole video on that, just let me know. I would love to make a whole video on that and then talk about some of the projects like this book that I'm working on or this whole other fun adventure now about like switching every computer I own, at least if I can. I'm trying to switch every computer I own to Linux and getting over on that and just being done with spending just way too much money on computers. I mean, I haven't bought a new computer in probably 4 years. I just bought an old ThinkPad a couple months ago, threw Linux on that. That's been really good. I'm gonna put Linux on my big PC desktop tower so I don't have to upgrade to Windows 11. Yeah, and then some other projects around the house. I would love to, I just need to make a full video on bullet journal project type stuff. That will come. Leave a comment down below so I can prioritize that if that's something y'all would really like to see. That, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's subscribed to this channel. If you haven't yet, please do so. Be kind both in life and in the comments below. Like this video. Send good vibes across the internet. And leave a comment down below if you just have a few notebooks for your notebook ecosystem. Let us know how they keep you off of your phone and more present and enjoying life more. We'll do it again soon. Oh no, I needed this for the outro. Later.